Bushido! 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 This is the new Enduro Bushido from Element Bushido or Bushido or however you want to pronounce it. Talked to someone a few weeks back and I mentioned it reminds them of the Big Bang Theory. Bazinga!
Bazinga. Bazinga. Bazinga.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to say it normally now. Bushido! It's a short wheelbase, 1/10 scale, and it looks very much like a Suzuki Jimny or Samurai, depending on where you are in the world. If you're not familiar with the Element stuff, it is very good. Always well put together stuff. They come with this iconic, can you call it iconic? Or maybe infamous, the Stealth X gearbox. Comes stock with 5.7 overdrive, can change it to 11.8. The gear's included for that, or you can buy some optional stuff to make it 1-to-1. The Stealth X from Element is what I run in my comp crawler, and a lot of other people do as well. This one's an RTR, so let's get it out of the box, have a look at it, and then we're going to take it out and give it a run. Well, every day's a school day. I just learnt something. Alexa, what does Bushido mean?
Bushido usually refers to in feudal Japan, the code of the samurai, stressing unquestioning loyalty and obedience and valuing honour above life.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So there we go. And that will explain why there's a samurai, and that will explain why that's a samurai. Okay, you probably knew that, but I didn't till today. Bushido. I'm still going to say it like that. Right, that's enough. Serious now, we've got to get serious. Really need to sort the lights out in this studio. I keep putting it off, but I promise I will. We'll get better lighting. Oh, I like that garage. Oh, that is a nice garage in this one. All the stuff from Element comes in these cool boxes at garages. I promise this is the last time. Bushido. Instructions, some cool stickers. They're going to make this look very like 80s. Instructions for your transmitter, bind plug, and there's a few spares in there. There's your optional overdrive gears. You've got a long standard battery tray. They come with like a shorty battery tray. That's your transmitter. These are a standard thing for Element. It's the XP130. It's got all the functions on there. Throttle trim, steering trim, throttle dual rate, steering dual rate, EPAs, etc. Nice controllers, just a bit of a pain for me to drive one-handed. And this is the truck, and it does look very nice. Now, I've seen a few people who've gone on about the scale of it, and it's a bit too like short and wide and stuff. Problem with the radio control hobby is if you try and make everything exact to scale, you'd have to have multiple chassis, and obviously that costs a lot more money. So I generally don't worry about if it looks slightly off. It looks really cool, and I love short wheelbase crawlers. This is a little bit smaller actually. This is a 1/10 from FTX, and it's the newer Jimny. This is meant to be 1/10. Wheelbase a lot shorter, car a lot smaller. This, pound for pound, is probably one of my favourites, or my favourite. Cut the bumper, change the tyres, super capable. This one, another short wheelbase. First impressions, I really like the look of it. It's going to look really cool with the stickers on it. Comes with a nice moulded grille, spotlights there. They look like they've got holes behind them. Obviously they're not lenses. Maybe you could put LEDs in there. Front will take LEDs as well. There's none in there, but they look like they're semi-clear. Nice moulded front bumper, sliders, roll cage, rear bumper, and nice addition, little tow hook there, or tow hitch. Good bit of flex on there. Clear windows, no interior. Bit of a bugbear of mine. Come on guys, I'm not the only one that wants to see interiors in these RTRs. It makes them look so much nicer when they're driving. Oh, and wing mirrors and wipers as well. Nice. If you've got a short wheel, something else I don't like is, well, one, having body posts and pins, and two, struggling to get them out. There's something slightly different about a short wheelbase when you're on a trail or crawling. It just, as I prefer it, I think it has a slightly better feel. Suspension feels super smooth on this. Really nice suspension. Ooh, tyres feel a good compound. General grabbers, yeah. General grabbers on, they're not beadlock wheels, just some basic wheels, but they look alright. There's your Stealth X gearbox, basic centre position. Reedy, I think it's their 5-slot 16 turn. I can't see the label on it, but that's the one they usually put in. Very nice RTR motor that. Receiver in there, I don't know, that's probably kind of waterproof. We're floating, come on. Can you see the motor spraying water up? As you see, it will run 2S and 3S. I generally run mine on 2, but 3 will give you a little bit more wheel speed. And there's your steering servo mounted there. You've got a position there, I think that's for, you can put a servo winch in there. Very nice oil shocks, like I've mentioned. There's your battery tray. You can fit the standard one, or if you've got a shorty pack, that'll go in there as well. I recommend the shorty pack. Shorty packs on these things just give you a little bit more sort of balance and control, I think, especially when you're climbing. 4-link on the back, telescopic drive shaft. Front is 3-link with a panhard bar. There's your steering arm there. Behind axle steering link there. That gives it a better approach angle. A lot of stuff comes with the steering link that comes across the front and it can get caught up on stuff. So Element put theirs behind. Rather than CVDs, this has got UJs up front. Sometimes that can give you less steering angle, but generally they're a little bit tougher as well, so they're not likely to break. Who's she? Who's that? Bit weird. There we go. A few stickers. I've not added loads on there, but nice retro look. Austin will drive for us today. He's I'm gonna fix him to here. He can have the aerial through his legs.
Oh, behave.
So the first thing I notice is look how nice and controlled it is. Look, nice and slow and silent almost. It makes a change to hear something that's pretty quiet. A lot of rigs, especially if they got like all metal gears, are really loud. This is lovely and smooth. This is where that overdrive will come in handy on something like this. I can't believe how easy that just got up there. That's usually quite a difficult spot. I can't imagine this bit's going to be much trouble either. Nice and careful on the drop, it's usually all right. Drag brake obviously will be doing its work. There you go. Super smooth. Whoa. Ah! Back up. There we go. Nice. Wow, I'm impressed already. Not need any wheel speed yet. It's just nice slow control crawling on 2S. Them grabbers seem to have grip. This is a slippery bit. Usually need a bit of wheel speed here. Oh yeah, our axle's just stuck there. There we go. That's where I was last time with the RGT. Trying to get a little bit of heat in the tyres. Oh, nice flex. Body's a bit, yeah, needs a bit of foam under there. I didn't notice that actually when I got it out of the box, but the Enduro Sport Edition was like, oh, that is a bit worse. That's it's not too bad, but you can hear it rattling it a bit. It will get a little bit annoying on the trail, I can assure you. So electronics are waterproof on this. What I will say though is if you do submerge it, water gets everywhere, so you may have some signal issues. Usually just shaking them out or drying them off and they're fine. It's the receiver that struggles. Everything else usually, ESCs, motors, batteries are fine. This thing's so good. It's just crawling over everything. Not sure we're going to get out up there, but we'll keep going. Oh, mirrors out, Austin. Nice work. Yeah, baby. Before we enter the mud zone, something that I'd like to see on this, especially at the price point, inner arches or inner fenders to stop all the muck and stuff getting in. That water, we weren't going too crazy for that water and it's sprayed up all inside already. So yeah, especially at this price point, really should have inner fenders on it. This time of year, this place is just wet and muddy, and that's why I like it. I think 3S would be awesome over here, but anyway, Bushido! Yeah! I love mud, I just don't like cleaning. I'll show you some little tips in a minute. Little tips for cleaning, because it gets a bit messy. The mud's not all that sticky, but you can see we did get it a little bit mucky there. So some tips before you get home with it. There's some clean water just over there. You've already got it wet and muddy, so a little bit more water's not gonna hurt. So we're gonna find some clean water, then I will show you what I do when we get back to the workshop. So there's a bit of clean water just down here. Well, it's cleanish. Saved a bit of battery and then just run it through it. See all the muck coming off? There you go, top tip, eh? Top tip. Oh. We're floating, come on. Can you see the motor spraying water up? I'll show you that again. The motor's spitting water up at the window. So the first thing I do when I get back to the workshop, I get a garden sprayer, put some soapy water in it. I just use like car shampoo. Get as much of the muck off as you can. Then there's a few options. I use an air compressor. Get as much of the water and muck off with that. If you haven't got one of them, then the only thing I can suggest is like drying it off with a rag, getting a hairdryer on it, and that'll help. I've just bought one of the best things for drying these off, and it's a pet dryer. Valet is also using for drying off cars. This thing's awesome. It blows so well that you don't really need the air compressor, and it's warm air as well, so it gets rid of all the moisture and it dries it off. Once I've dried it off, I remove the wheels. If they're beadlocks, you can take them apart, completely dry the foams out. If they're not beadlocks, you have to squeeze all that water out. Lube it, wheels on, body cleaned and on. Good to go another day.